Alright, so we're live. We're back for another week out of the abyss. Your journey has led you to the Duegar city of Gracksltugh. You've learned that there's a volatile political situation in the city as this madness of the abyss has spread. The Deep King is giving off strange demands, and the Keeper of the Flames, Thunderchad, the Red Dragon, fears that others are conspiring against him. Your investigations have led you all back to basically one person, this mysterious Droki who escaped your grasp back at the Shattered Spire Tavern. And you learned that he lives out in what's called the Whorlstone Tunnels that are just outside of the city. The Keeper of the Flames believes that he stole this red dragon egg and may possess it out there. And Captain Blackskull believes that he has information regarding several other strange events in this city.
Yeah, I say we head to the tunnels.
So some of you had been in a little bit of a brawl earlier in the day with the Duegar at the Shattered Spire when you initially tried to apprehend Droki. There isn't any timetable on getting him that you know of, so if you did want to rest before going in there, you do have that option. Or, of course, you can go straight in after him, whatever you think is best.
Tick got healed a decent amount, right? After he was pretty low.
Yes, I believe Sadim used most of his lay on hands on him.
Yeah, I think our health is fine, but how's everybody's spell slots? I'm out. I mean, I only have 2, but I'm out.
I appear to be pretty good.
I mean, I'm ready to go if y'all are. It's up to y'all. I got HP. I can shoot my bow.
I mean, I'm fine either way. I feel I can go now, but if other people want to wait, we can wait.
What time of day is it?
It's
Or
almost impossible
day?
to tell time of day in the underground, but it's been hours since you woke up. Several, so it is, I guess, so to say, towards the end of what you believe would be the day. But I mean, the light levels and such here in the Underdark stay pretty much the same, all 24/7.
I'm torn because I can't decide if this is a hint or not.
Let's just take the long rest. We don't know when we're going to get another chance because we're about to delve back into the depths.
Is a good point. Yeah, let's take it.
I'm only 1 spell slot down and I'm full health, but yeah, I kind of agree. We should be full strength.
Didn't the Droki say they were gonna... 2 that were already making their plans to summon the Demogorgon or some other creature?
Well, they said the Demogorgon's already summoned, but they have spawn of Demogorgon in the tunnels that they're going to attack with, but they didn't give us a timeline. Once again, I think like Chuggy said, the person we talked to is a crazy person. So
I mean,
And we
were
never really
basically at their temple, though.
we never really got specific timelines either, because we kept saying like, how long do you think it will take? And they kept saying soon. So we don't really have an idea of what that means. Yeah.
These aren't exactly like the most reliable people. They're like crazy. They were crazy before the Abyss came. So their idea of soon and long and short, they're not the most prompt people.
yeah, I say we take a long rest. Should we tell hold on, let me look at my notes. Black Cloak, and there's her name?
Captain Black
Skull?
Skull.
Yeah, should we tell Black Skull what we found out? Because we haven't told her yet. Well, we haven't really told anybody, but I mean, she probably wants to know if there's an attack on her city about to happen.
We could maybe not tell her about like this whole dragon egg thing, but at least tell her about the culty people and the pillar and the summoning, so if something happens to us, someone else knows.
Yeah, but I said we go visit her and then take a long rest. I mean, she's like all the way across the city from where we are. We're over here. She's over here.
Right, but she's not far from the place where you had rooms at the Gulliborn's lair.
So I say we go visit old Black Skull.
I vote for that, and then the rest too. That sounds good.
That sounds good.
I'll make my way towards the Overlake Hold.
Alright, so with your passes, you're able to cross back over the furrow into the Dark Lake District. Here again, the races are more mixed, but still primarily drow. This is where the markets and shops and things of the city all are. Overlake Hold watches over the entire thing. And again, with the passes given to you by Captain Blackskull, you're escorted into Seer. You're led through the staircases and twisting spiderweb-filled tunnels that make up this dark tower. Where you're led back towards the room with the large runes in the center. Immediately, those of you with spellcasting abilities feel this like a strange numbness wash over you.
I don't like this place.
Makes for a good prison, though.
Captain Blackskull can be heard coming from her office as her steel boots clink and echo off the floor. You can see her haircut, the mohawk that represents the stone guard. Hers quite tall with the full length of the hair. She's actually almost human size in appearance with a good 2 feet of mohawk. She crosses her arms and says, Well, you're back awfully fast.
Well, we ran into Droki, like you said, but he gave us the slip.
She kind of laughs. Yes, he's given plenty of my best men the slip. That's no surprise.
But we've learned. We talked to some other. How do you say their name? Drowie?
Derro?
Derro. Okay. We talked to some other Derro, and they're worshiping this demon thing, Demogorgon. And I think they're planning an attack on the city with some demon spawn, which if is what we faced in Sloopadoop, it's going to be pretty bad. So we were thinking we'd go down there and try to disrupt their plans.
She says, well, I mean, the Derro, they've always got some sort of scheme going. I don't know if this one's real or one of the many imagined plans that they have just made up in their head. But if you can bring me evidence of what's going on, any evidence of these demons or rituals you say they're performing, will make it worth your while.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, we're just letting you know, stay on high alert. I think they're gonna come out of the, you know about the Whorlstone Tunnels?
She says, we've had our experience in the Whorlstone Tunnels. That's where the ghost scabbard live. Or empty scabbard killers live.
The who's it?
She says they're something of a menace on the city. They call themselves the the empty scabbard killers.
Can you tell us anything about like the actual caves themselves? Do you know anything about them?
She says, yes, they're made of rock.
I mean, like getting there, do we have to do anything special?
She says if you follow through the West Cliff District, just keep going west, eventually you'll find the gates there. She gives you a key. Through the sewer grate on the western side of the city, you should be able to access the Whorlstone Tunnels.
Now about these ghost people, like what exactly do they do?
She says they're part of an ancient order here in the city. They practice magic that was kind of abandoned long ago by our people after we freed ourselves from our shackles.
And are they just Duegar, or are they made up of many races?
They're Duegar. Sort of outcasts, killers for hire.
It can't be that dangerous if they have empty scabbards, though, right?
She kind of... Well, they practice old magic. They are masters of what is known as the Soul Blade. Using their mind, they are able to create a powerful weapon that destroys a target's mind and body.
So we should just consider. Are there any negotiating with them, or should we just consider them hostile?
She says, I don't know why they would be wrapped up with any cult.
Well, if you said they're for hire,
Possibly. But that may mean that they Just need a new offer.
Is there an offer you would like to make that we could relay to him to sway them?
She looks at you. So now you need funds, is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I mean, if money's their primary way to be bought, but I mean, you're the guard of the city. I don't know what deals you can make with them. Maybe forgiving certain crimes if they come into the fold or something like that, agree to stop attacking or murdering. I don't know. You know more about them than I do.
She says, we're not exactly on speaking terms. From what I understand, their leader calls himself Eldgrim. She says, I can requisition a small amount of money maybe to help you grease their palms, but any other crimes or forgiveness, that's up to the Deep King.
Well, if we could buy them off, that'd be one less faction we have to deal with, so sure. I'm not here to fight Duegar battles on the behalf of other Duegar. I'm just after the craziness. If I can get them out of the way, all the better.
Just stay here. I'll be back. I'm gonna go to my office and get that money for you.
Well, guys, looks like our list of enemies grows.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Crazy
don't-
Derro.
They
Demon
don't-
Spawn.
Yeah, these soul knifey fellows don't need to be our enemies if we can avoid them.
I mean, if we can buy them off, they'll hopefully turn to our side. They can give us information about what's going on, or maybe even help us in our fight. So yeah, I mean, we're not spending our money, so I'm all for it.
But it is quite the place we are in right now. It's interesting people around every corner doing interesting things.
Yeah, the sooner I'm away from this town with their invisible watchers, the better. That gives me the creeps.
Yeah, I agree. The sooner we are away from any town, the better.
Not all towns are creepy like this one, Tick. Maybe we'll come upon a town of mushrooms and you can blend in.
So, as you guys are finishing up your talking, you can hear the boom, boom, as her footsteps echo back into the room. She has a small bag and like a clipboard in her hand. She says, well, this is 500 gold pieces worth of assorted gems. And I need you to sign here that you've taken possession of this.
Alrighty. Just give you the old John Hancock.
Anything else you know about about the guys, about these scabbard people, or, like any I don't know, are they sneaky? Are they, what can we expect? Are we gonna walk in and they're all gonna stab us, or are they just gonna try and?
She says they're assassins for hire. I imagine they don't go about killing people for free too often. Unless you know too much. Kind of you see her look over her shoulder and back again. Quite frankly, from what I've heard, they're the Deep King's private killing squad. It seems his enemies often fall victim to the empty scabbards killings. I don't have any way to prove that, though. If I did, that would change things.
Is the Deep King does he have any children?
No.
So who's gonna take over after he's gone?
He says, well, the various clans normally would elect a new king.
Which clan is the strongest?
She says with like a crooked smile. Clan Black Skull. Well, if the Deep King was gone. As she says that, you kind of come to the conclusion she's letting you know that should the Deep King be found guilty of something, her clan would more than likely be the ones to take over rulership of the city.
Noted.
Can I tell if there's like a bit of, or maybe you're just saying that there's a bit of a promise in an implied promise in what she's saying?
Well, she did say if you found anything out that should make it worth your while.
Okay.
Make an insight check.
Can I also make one?
Yeah.
People are weird. I don't get them.
Yes, you're fairly certain that she is saying that if you were to find evidence of the Black Kings or the Deep Kings being involved with a group of assassins, that her clan would more than likely assume power and that it would be beneficial for you as well as her.
Can I ask, I'll say, and how does your very impressive, obviously, family feel about the fiery one that flies around sometimes?
Thunderchad?
I don't know if it's safe here. We were told not to say his name.
She says, listening ears don't hear down here. She says as she points to, like, basically the thing she's standing, like, right in the middle of.
That makes sense.
She says, Thunderchad is, unfortunately,
Chuggy just cut out?
I got scared. I heard I got a subscriber and the sound scared the shit out of me. But thanks for the solution. Shit, I lost track of what I was saying. That like generally made me jump out of my chair.
Thunderchat is a necessary evil.
She says Thunderchat is necessary for the city to run. Down here, there's not a lot to keep the forges lit without him. Unless there was an alternative, I can't see any way we could exist without him.
Haven't they been saying that he's been lazy recently, though?
Right, but even lazy is better than nothing. I mean, they need him to keep the forges lit. Unless there was an alternative, they'd just have to deal with it.
Well, thank you for the information. We'll see what we can dig up on our end and be sure to report any findings we have. Unless someone else has any more questions. I think I'm gonna go take a nap.
She says, well, nighty night. Don't let the brain stealers bite.
What?
It's an old Duegar saying.
That's quite a saying, man.
I'll give a salute and head back out.
Sort of slink out after him.
Well, I was thinking, I'm always hesitant to talk down here, guys. Because I don't know if we're being watched.
I mean, in the room that you were speaking with her in, she mentioned that nobody can hear into that room. She hasn't told you to get out yet, but
I'm talking about on the way out, because,
Okay.
I want to talk to stuff with the group, but maybe let's wait till we get to our room.
Let's rest and then get out of town, and then we can talk.
Sounds good. Yeah, I guess I'll head back to the bar, get some food, hang out, then go to sleep.
all right. So you return to the Gulliborn's lair. It's pretty utilitarian there. It's nothing more than like a stone bed and a trunk. But it's better than being out on the street. You're able to get a quick bite to eat for breakfast there before meeting up in the morning in the common room.
Well, I'm good to go. I guess we head for the tunnels.
Yeah.
Anybody need to pick anything up from the market or anything like that before we go?
I think that the sooner we can get this done, the better.
I guess so. Let's head out. Go to the cliff side and look for that grate into the sewers or whatever, or out of the sewers.
All right, so you're gonna make your way down to the west cliff and look for the sewer entrance?
Yeah, we got the key. Seems like a good place to go.
So next to the sewer entrance there, you can see some of the bars are bent and curved, and there's a big lock on there. A heavy steel lock. The key slides in, and as you stand in front of the sewers, though, you can feel the eyes of the Derro watching from up in their hovels. You could hear their voices whispering back and forth, like pointing down at you.
Well, if they're down there, they'll probably know we're coming now.
So, after opening the gates there, you can see a narrow corridor leading from this West Cliff sewer entrance into a long cavern, lined with stalactites and stalagmites. The sound of dripping water echoes through the chamber, and you could hear the ground is like squishy with liquid as you step into it.
Okay, a very important question. Oh my god. I see here in this picture there appears to be bones and stuff. Is that accurate to what we see?
There is.
Do I see any humanoid bones?
Here in the entryway,
Just like our as we walk along.
if you do, I'll definitely mention it.
Okay.
Since you're on the lookout for humanoid bones, why don't you give me a perception check? All right. So, the sound of the water seems to be coming away from or towards where you're traveling. This corridor doesn't look like there's a lot of places to go at the moment. And with your 15 perception, you do see some footprints, fairly small, in the mud there that are still intact. It's hard to know how long they were there just by looking at them, but
I'll scramble over to them real quick. Because we just left the gate, right? We're no longer in the city.
right, technically you're in the tunnels now.
Okay. Can I sort of... I'm going to use my cantrip to mold earth. Can I just sort of uncover it? Does it appear to be like a skeleton there?
It's a footprint.
Oh, just a footprint. Oh, can I
Yeah.
follow those?
Make a survival check.
Ah, balls.
Eventually the floor gets too wet and muddy, and it looks like it's washed them away. You can see up ahead there's like a large spout coming out of the ceiling, and it leads to a large pooling of water about 100 feet across. Going across that 100 feet of water, you could see there are various stones and pieces of large fungus or plant matter that kind of go across it.
Does it look like anybody's been across here lately?
Well, there was some footprints that Tyke was following, so somebody's been here somewhat lately, but he kind of lost track of the prints. Make a investigation check, Boglet. You notice that where the water pools up here, you can see up in the sides there are some additional higher up caves that might be able to go around this. Although you can't really see what's in them, but you might. It doesn't look like it would be hard to climb the wall here.
Well, if we're following something and they know we're following them, this would be a great spot for an ambush. There are other ways to get around if you want to take them.
Is there I don't know, this is kind of a weird question. Is there any sort of anything I could do to maybe see if we can notice anything that like would be an ambushy kind of thing? Like, I don't know, is there any way we could see? Like, try and notice if anyone's hiding out around here.
Sure. You've already used survival, so I would say perception.
Hey.
Just giving the cave over a once over. There's no one visible. Like, you don't see any people.
Was it? I don't know if you cut out there, if that was the end of the thing.
That you don't see anyone here hiding or anything like that, but it does pop into your head that the Duegar can't turn invisible, so there could be literally dozens of them all right next to you and you wouldn't know it.
And the way across, you said, like, it doesn't look like super stable or anything.
There's some stones and different large plant matter kind of that float. The water itself, the pool, where it's pulled up, the terrain is slightly lower, but it's about 100 feet that you'd have to cross.
I don't know, what does everyone else feel like?
I mean, I guess we just go across unless y'all want to spend the time to crawl up through the caves. Up to the party, I'll boat across.
Do we want to try
I say
and
we cross.
approach this sneakily, or do we assume that they're gonna know that we're coming either way?
They're probably gonna know we're coming. But we'll just go straight back. Not make it too difficult for us.
Alright.
All right, so there's 100 feet of water there. How do you intend to get across it?
We know how
Any
deep the
more
water is?
It's
mushrooms?
somewhat dark. It's hard to tell where the bottom is.
Is there not this bridge in front of us? Like, which way are we going?
This was just the clearest way I could. There's 100 feet of water. It's not a bridge exactly like that. There's various rocks and pieces of stuff floating there that you could try to like jump on top of and skip along, but there's not a solid bridge like in the picture.
I will...
Parkour.
How
I'll
deep
try
is
to
the water?
parkour.
It's dark in this tunnel, so seeing the bottom of the water is not possible right now.
You can
I
shoot
will...
a light arrow.
You could do that.
Before anyone tries to parkour, I'll just say, hold on a minute. I will ritually cast Water Walk on all of us.
All right, and while you cast that, would you roll a d6?
D6, okay.
All right. So you cast the spell. As you do, You notice as you chant in here, like the words for your spell, there is no more echo in this room. It actually kind of catches your ear. The water, you can see it's dripping from the ceiling, but you can't hear it anymore. There's something going on with the sound here.
We can still hear him chanting, though, right?
Right, but only because he's right next to you. Like, in the other chamber, there was like an echo. You could hear the water dripping, and it would echo through the cavern. As you talked, it would echo. In this cavern, there is no echo.
Would I have experienced anything like this before in the Underdark?
This is not a natural occurrence.
But did the spell finish, or was it just
It
like
does.
was
You were
okay.
able to cast the spell.
Well, I mean, it's odd, but are we gonna? I don't know. Does anyone have any way of sussing out if anything's odd, or do we just want to move forward?
I could shoot a light arrow, like I think someone suggested that. Would that
Sure.
help?
Let's see how deep the water is if we're walking on it. Doesn't really matter that much.
Well, are we trying to figure out how deep the water is, or what's on the other side?
You can see that there's land about 100. It only goes about 100 feet across. Then on the other side, you can see that there's land.
Okay.
Like, it's not pitch black in here. There's most of this underdark fungus and algae and stuff gives off at least enough light to make a dim light.
Gotcha. I'll just pop a rock off the ground, then maybe like a loose stone, and cast light on it and just chuck it into the water and see what happens.
All right, so as you drop the rock, like, you know, when you drop a rock into the water, there's like ripples, and you hear like boink. There's like no sound. And you watch as it goes down into this deep, dark water. You're watching, and it's just water, and then you see something wiggling like tentacles down there and eyes. But like the rock keeps going, and it hits the bottom. You'd guess that it's about 60, 70 feet deep.
Well, I suggest we run across.
Good idea. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Not keeping up with the monk. Sprint.
Soon after the rock like went down, like the ripples go still, and all of a sudden you start seeing these big bubbles kind of bloop, 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 kind of plopping up at the top of the water.
I try and hide.
Where?
I don't know. There are rocks.
Yeah, I'll try to get behind a rock too and hide. Just deep gnome stuff. Standard operating procedure.
Alright, make a stealth check.
It would be with advantage because they're rocky terrain.
With that gnome camouflage thing, yeah.
Nice.
So as for the rest of you,
Still not the best.
I ain't no coward. Long sword at the ready. I'm gonna smite whatever comes out.
Don't think there's anywhere else to hide, so prepare myself.
well, like I mentioned, there was a wall, there was caves up above.
I just tried to hide
I'll
behind.
climb the
us.
wall and give them the drop, I guess. If there is anything to drop on afterwards.
Aw, it's cute.
All right. So as many of you take to hiding, this large cone-shaped head kind of peeks up out of the water, and you see big yellow eyes, like looking around up top. A couple of the tentacles wrap around like a floating log. It's still just kind of there, but it's not actively trying to attack the people that are up there.
So maybe we
What the hell?
just hop across and hope
Or
that
maybe it
thing
just can't
doesn't
reach
grab
you.
us.
Does it?
Uh,
Can I get a? I mean, does it look just like a regular octopus, squid?
Yeah, it looks like an octopus.
Can I determine if it looks hostile or not?
Make an animal handling check.
Maybe it's just curious. No.
It kind of looks like it's smiling.
Oh, well, you know.
Even though it does have a mouth, so I don't know how an octopus smiling would look. But it seems happy.
Its eyes are scrunched in a happy manner.
Yeah. So the creature just is floating there with its tentacles wrapped around this log. You're not sure if it sees you or just isn't moving towards you.
I guess I'll come out from behind my stalag, whichever one goes up from the ground. Say, why don't we just throw it some food over that way, and I'll like point, and then we run across.
All right. Do we have food?
Pull out some rations. I bought some in the city the other day in the market, so I'll mage hand out some rations.
This
to
is a
the-
very fancy looking octopus. You could tell, Tyke, when you looked at it, he was fancy. Like, he only eats like filet mignon.
Yeah, I got the sense.
Well, I'll give it a try. I'll mage hand out some dried meat. See if he takes it.
Sure. Roll a persuasion check. I'd say an advantage. You throw the food in it. You see the eyes shoot over towards it. It lets go of the stick that it was holding onto and then slowly goes through the water, moving
Run.
away.
I scurry across.
Yeah, I dash and double dash or whatever I got. And I'll have another piece. If it starts coming back towards us, I'll throw another piece like further away.
Once you cross that 100 feet of water, you see that the tunnel breaks out into like a Y intersection. To the east, you can see big mushrooms, some 4 to 5 feet tall. Lots of glowing, vibrant colors on them. To the other direction, which is more like, that's like the east part of the Y. The north part of the Y is more like it looks like it splits again not far up ahead.
No question, I go right for the mushrooms.
He's got his eyes on the shroom.
I assume Tick knows his mushrooms. I'll follow him.
Oh, it's like doing something in the city. Making all loud bangs.
So, as you make your way through the cavern, this juncture is just packed with fungi. Its tallest specimens are taller than the gnomes, maybe 5-6 feet high. As you assess the best way through, you could hear like this light hissing, almost like tiny voices whispering in tongues you don't understand. Out in the fungus, since you mentioned you were actually looking for humanoid type skeletons, the glint of metal catches your eye, and you can see several Duegar skeletons are amongst this growth.
Hell yes, I rush over to them.
Tick? What are you doing?
So as you get over towards the closest one, it's laying face down. You could see its armor, the metal armor it's wearing, has these huge, what look like holes in it, and around where the holes are, there are rust, like around where the entire circle is. There's just this rust and veins of rust going up the armor. The skeleton is actually laying face first on the ground.
I will take a quick look around first,
God, you and your skeletons.
and if I don't see anything immediately wrong, first off, I guess I should ask, do I recognize what kind of mushrooms these are? Have I seen them before? Are they...
There are various kinds of mushrooms in here, literally dozens of kinds.
Doesn't, okay. But do I recognize any dangerous kinds, or are they just regular fungus?
There are at least one that you recognize as being flammable, and the other one you've encountered before, the timas, the ones that is known as the devil's mushroom, that the ones that it kind of sprays you and gives a confusion effect.
Okay, I point those out to people. Be like, that one catch fire.
But
that
they're
one...
amongst, an odd assortment. This is like a wide biome of every kind of mushroom and fungus available.
Yeah. I just point out anything, and then as I will go to the skeleton, and I'm just gonna trying to cast Animate Dead on it. Oh,
So as you start casting there and the skeleton starts to shift a bit, you notice out from underneath it all these worms begin to chatter, coming up out of the ground.
eh. Come on, I've been waiting forever for this.
All right, everyone, roll initiative.
Oh yeah, I'm motivated.
All right, so Tyke, You see that these these creatures are coming up. What's the casting time on Animate Dead?
Oh, it's a minute. I would not have been able to get it off yet.
Right, so I was gonna say, I guess for probably this whole fight, you could only really move. You'll be casting that spell.
Oh, well, can I not?
Unless you want to quit casting it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if these things look like they're gonna attack, I'm not gonna keep casting them. They're just gonna try and kill me.
Okay.
And I'll just, I mean, if they're right there, right in front of me, I'm gonna activate my, what's it called? My symbiotic entity. And gain my temporary hit points. What's math? 4 times 5, 20? Right, is that what it's supposed to be?
Yep.
4, yeah, 4. Okay. Get 20 temporary hit points as my strange fungal armor forms around me. That's my action. Bonus action. I will do nothing. I don't think I have anything to do. Oh no, I will cast Shillelagh as my bonus action. Just get it ready. And I will end my turn.
All right, Paris.
I'll just target one of the swarms and shoot an arrow to start. Is this
That'll hit.
17 hit? Okay, and I'll do my psychic damage.
Right, so you fire an arrow into the middle of the centipedes. It causes some of them to scatter, but they're still there.
And I'm gonna just stand pat where I am at the back here. That's my turn.
All right, Siobhan. You see these swarming insects beginning to wash over Tyke. What do you want to do?
Oh, oops, sorry. I forgot I have a second attack. Can I do that as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm actually going to target the other one with my second attack, so I can use my psychic damage again. That's
All right,
17.
you fire into the mass of insects, and they're scattering, but there's lots of them.
Okay. So then that's my turn.
Boglet, your brother's covered in insects. What do you want to do?
Oh, you accidentally skipped Siobhan because
You're right, I did.
My turn.
Yeah, right. Siobhan, you're up.
I will approach and stare, like, why? At Tick, I'm like, why are you doing this? And I'll just, like, grab my darts and try to, like, shish kebab a couple of them.
All right.
The one closest to me, obviously.
Make a attack roll.
What?
So you throw some darts into the crowd. However, with this many insects, it's hard to catch a whole bunch of them with darts, but you're getting them.
Cool.
All right, Boglet, you're up.
I'm gonna steady aim and also try the shish kebab routine.
All right.
What is this? Hold on, let me look at something. Sorry, my sheet thought I was out of arrows, so it wouldn't let me shoot.
That'll hit.
Then I'll shoot again, and that's my turn.
You get 2 shots,
Oh, sorry, no, I keep thinking, oh, I'm level 5, I get 2 attacks, but no,
but
I will get sneak
if
attack.
you use your I was gonna say if you use your steady aim, you get sneak.
I'm used to just hitting level 5 and getting 2 attacks, so 18 damage.
That arrow does get a lot of them. So this swarm, the few that remain there are going to move towards Tyke.
As they do, I will make them make a Constitution saving throw for my swarm thing, or halo of spores. Cool. So they take 2d4 necrotic damage. Whoops. Nice.
That's how many hit points they have left. So as they get on top of you, you release the spores and they all go falling off, curling up on the ground. Hiri. There still are a bunch of centipedes there coming towards Tyke. Anything you'd like to do?
I'll move over in that direction. And as bonus action, some Echo makes a swarm attack. Sets.
You hit it, stabbing into it with your spear, you skewer several centipedes. Sadim.
Yeah, it looks like the rest of them got this. I mean, Tyke gets what he gets for trying to summon some undead. I would take the dodge action.
Alright. Hiri, can your echo make it cannot make opportunity attacks, right?
Right.
Okay, because it's going to try to get Tyke.
What am I missing?
They wash over you, Tyke. You feel the writhing worms in your boots and in your robes. And they're going to try to bite you.
Eat through my fungus armor first. Nah, that does hit.
That actually should have only been 6 damage, not 9.
Oh, alright. I'm just gonna smack him. My staff. My shillelagh staff. And they also take, because I have my thing up, they take 1 extra d6 of necrotic damage. Nice. Going real well.
So more spiders.
So 8 damage.
Alright, so you smash several of them. And as you do, Boglet, you notice that from one of these mushroom caps, a bunch of spiders have crawled down and jump out towards you. I guess it missed. 15 misses, Boglet.
Yeah, I got 17. I got that studded leather.
All right. So, Paris, you see that there's some spiders jumping down and looking up overhead. You can see there's lots of bugs out in this thicket now that are kind of got riled up when Tyke ran through it.
Maybe we should be moving on from here, I'll say. And how is movement working on this terrain? Like, can I move?
It's not
like-
rough terrain or anything. No.
I just mean, like, am I able to move, like, up, technically, or just kind of straight forward?
You can go up, but it would be that would be like climbing, even though I wouldn't say it's so
Okay.
hard that you had to make a roll, because it's fairly easy to climb, but it would still be like half speed that way.
Gotcha. So where, I guess, how far up does the ground that I wouldn't be climbing extend? Like, is that just the bottom row here, or is it like
You're
a
at
couple?
you're like at the bottom of the cavern, so there's no way to go down, but you could go up. If I'm not sure if that answers your question, like there's nowhere to go.
I'm just
up
I'm
and-
having trouble with the depth perception on
right. Like
this.
if you were on the
image.
flat ground, there's lots of places to go up, but you're on flat ground. Like there's nothing under you to go down.
Okay.
There are big like
So
mushroom trees around you.
So I guess, for example, to get where Siobhan is, would I need to climb to get where Siobhan is?
No, this is just imagine this is a theater of the mind map, because it's not a
Okay, yeah,
complicated
no.
fight. It's just I'm putting the tokens on
Yeah.
there so you could use your sheets, but just imagine everything's flat. Like
Fair enough.
it's just a very simple
'Kay.
fight.
Okay, sounds good. I was overthinking it, maybe. I will run here. Just let me measure quick. Okay, I'll run just past Sidim here, and I will fire an arrow at the spider.
All right. That'll hit.
Okay. Another one on my d4, so 13 damage to the spider. And then I'm going to do my second attack at the centipede swarm
All
on
right.
the other side.
Very
Nat
nice.
20. And then I can use my d4 again because I attacked a different target, and I can do 2d4 because it was critical. So 18
That's
total damage.
exactly how many hit points I had left. That 5 just hit it. So all the spiders or centipedes begin to cry as they are psychically insulted by Paris somehow. Like I'm having a hard time picturing what you do that makes the psychic damage in my head. Like vicious mockery,
Well,
like you're making them feel so bad, but like, what does the arrow do? Like how do you imagine that it works?
Well, I think it's like a Fae thing, and it's called otherworldly glamour. So I think once they're hit, they're just struck by this like painful awe / fear of me. Is kind of how I was, picturing it.
The arrows are all just shaped like middle fingers.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Devon, the last of the centipedes are gone. There's some spiders next to Bob or Boglet.
I turn around, there's spiders. What's happening? I walk back and smack the spiders off Boglet. I'll do like the kung fu style, like pick up all the spiders off of Boglet with my bonus action and actions. 18, 22, and 17.
You're squashing spiders left and right on him, but there's a lot of spiders.
What did you do? I turn around for like 6 seconds.
You still have one... Oh, I missed one of your damages. Yeah, they're still up, but...
Why is everybody attracting bugs here?
Alright, Boglet, you're covered in spiders.
I'm gonna try to shish kebab them off with my rapier. I'm gonna steady strike and
Alright.
go at him. Ooh, it's a lot of sneak attack damage.
Wow, almost max.
And
Yeah,
with
wow.
that, you sneak up. Those spiders never even saw it coming.
I hate the name sneak attack.
You assassinate the spiders with no trace of your coming and going.
Do I still see like other spiders and stuff?
There
on
are
the
still
mushroom?
lots of bugs moving around out in this.
I try and grab the skeleton.
So as you turn it over, you see this twisted Duegar skeleton. Its armor is all messed up and rusted, and its shield is messed up and rusted. However, this warhammer that its skeletal hand is still gripping is fully shiny and new, like it had never been used in battle before at all.
Hey, there's a shiny warhammer over here. Someone help me carry all these bones. Let's get out of here. I just, like, I don't know, is it literally just a skeleton? Like, there's no, like...
There's a few Duegar skeletons over there, but yes, it's a skeleton.
Okay, I will just... I don't even care about the armor or anything, I just gather up some bones.
You're gonna make a skeleton, but all you grabbed was arm bone, so it's gonna have arms for legs and arms for arms, and walk around on all fours. It's gonna be horrible.
He's making an army.
Yeah. Alright, and then once I've got... I'll sort of clickety-clack run away with my arms full of bones.
I'll follow after Tick, and if nobody else grabs it, I'll grab that warhammer. Somebody else want to grab it?
No,
I'll
really.
grab it. I'll grab it on the way out.
But no one's grabbing it right now.
Edible said he'd grab it.
Yeah, I'll grab it. I'll push the small one along. Run! You don't need the bones. Run!
I do.
Yeah, I'll try to run and find the exit. Tick, I thought you knew mushroom stuff. Why didn't you warn us about all those spiders and stuff?
I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Bugs are not mushrooms.
Yeah, but they hang around mushrooms. You're the mushroom man.
Yeah, I hate them. Insects suck.
Well, then you should be like, I love mushrooms, but there's probably insects here as well. Like, that should be,
That's look, that's like a rectangle square
It's
thing.
like
Just
the-
just because there's fungus doesn't mean that there's bugs. That's racist, quite frankly.
Fungus comes from the ground. Many bugs are from the ground.
Yeah, so is food. Just because you've got like a apple doesn't mean there's gonna be worms in it.
So,
but,
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you guys
oh,
off.
nothing. I was just gonna continue the argument. Just next time we're around fungus, let us know any pertinent fungus type facts.
Yeah, I let you guys know. There's the ones that were flammable, and there's ones that they make it spray stuff on you. I wasn't aware that these were bug mushrooms, but you know, I'll keep that in mind from now on.
So up ahead, you could see the forest of fungi and mushroom gives way to, like, there's an archway, but the ceiling is getting kind of lower. It's like as you travel through the fungus, it's like you're traveling kind of sloping down, and you make it up into what looks like another tunnel that arches over towards the right, and through the archway you can see this glowing haze, which you recognize as being part of what's called a phaserness, the kind of magical effect that has taken place in the Underdark that makes some creatures react and act differently.
I mean, is that the only way out? And are the bugs still chasing us?
They weren't really chasing you before.
Oh, well. Well, then if they're not chasing us, and I feel relatively safe for at least a minute, toss the bones down. And I will try to once again cast Animate Dead.
You really don't.
Sorry?
Roll a d4, Tyke.
I didn't hear what you said there, Ed, if you said
Roll
something.
a d4.
No, I was saying to Ed. I think he's...
I'm telling you, you don't want to do that.
Like, you don't understand. This is something that I have been trying to do for a while, okay?
Why do you want to do this again?
Because it's... First off, let me just say, not undead, typically. Like, okay, it's not like it's a zombie or anything. Okay, this is very difficult. Like, I hate the undead just as much as everyone else, okay? It's not like a fucking... It's very different. This is basically, it's a fungus creature, if it's anything. I have this mushroom, and I want to use it. If the mushrooms can spread over the skeleton, and the skeleton can help me not die. It's just a useful skeleton to have, you know?
All right. So, as you say that, you cast the spell, and from the bones, 2 skeletons raise up. Cast, how many do you get at 3rd level?
Well, it's a 3rd level. I think I only get 1. Yeah, I'll put this... Yeah, I'll put this spell down.
I thought you can get 2 skeletons or 1 zombie.
You could, yeah, you can do it multiple times, but like 1 casting just gets you 1. But I'm just doing it just for once for now, just to have 1.
So it's like a skeleton sprouting mushrooms then?
Yeah, so I take like a little like just mushroom and I put it on like the skull of it, and just like weird fungus just grows out and just like connects all the bones, and so it's horrifying certainly, but it is a bone suit for this fungus thing.
Is it like a mycelium network or whatever?
Yeah, basically.
And
Is there no way around the crazy laser?
you could go backwards the way you came from, as the tunnel had split up there.
No party?
I don't like all this backtracking. It'll just lead to more fights. We just need to find the thing we're here to fight.
Oh, Speaking of that, since you mentioned it, Edible, roll a d6.
Shit.
Make it be. I don't know what these rolls are for. It scares me.
Nice.
So I say we go back to that other split.
What's a little crazy?
You.
Yeah, look, I'm fine.
One for go, one for back.
I mean, if you really want crazy, you do remember every time we encounter something that has mind control. I do not seem to do well with such things.
If you guys want to go back, we can. I mean, I got what I needed, so.
Just have to run through the scorpion place. Centipede place. So I guess we're going back then?
Sure, come on.
Yeah, we'll go back to that other Y split.
So as you make your way back through the fungal forest there, you can hear these clicks and strange hisses. You notice these huge worm-like creatures out ahead of They have little antennae on their head and worm-like bodies that crawl along the ground. And as they look up, you can see that their little antennas twitch, and they seem to notice the skeleton of all things.
Jeez, no.
So at this point, they're moving towards you. They seem attracted to it.
Faster, faster!
Well, I mean, basically, you're going to either have to move through where they are or find another way around.
You guys are the ones who wanted to backtrack. Let's backtrack. Dun 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 dun. Marchy,
What
marchy,
kind of
march.
obstacle is it again?
I'm sorry?
What kind of obstacle was it again? Just like
There are two of these like worm-like antennaed creatures. They look almost like giant slugs with tentacles and antenna. Where all those
I think
dead
I'd-
bugs are, they were sniffing around there, and when they noticed the skeleton, they started to kind of move over towards you.
I think I'd rather chance the light than the weird centipedes, personally.
you afraid of bugs?
I'm not afraid of bugs. I just am less. I'm less not afraid of bugs than I am not afraid of light.
What are we doing here? Where's everyone going? Are we going back? Back to the light?
Sure, I'll risk the light. If we're gonna have to fight
Well,
our way
Don't
back
say
okay.
I didn't
Also,
warn you,
here's a
my
question,
goodness.
Juggy. If I command the skeleton to sort of walk away from us a bit, do they seem to go after it still, or us?
Is that what you do?
I'll get him to walk a little bit away from us, yeah, and see where their attention.
Jeeves dies instantly after he
They
was
do
just
seem
born.
to follow towards your skeleton.
Mm. Can I try and get him to
Sacrifice.
kite them? How fast do they appear to be?
At least the same general speed as Jeeves.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know. Do we want to keep going that way? I could get him to distract the things and just move that way, or what?
I think if your distraction works, we should keep going.
I mean, I'll tell them to walk away and get them to leave an opening for us to walk past.
Sure. Sacrifice Jeeves for the greater good.
So soon to give up your skeleton?
I'll get another one. I just wanted to make sure it works. Besides, the next one could be better than skeleton. I'm sure we'll kill someone up ahead.
Yeah, I'll try to sneak by, or we'll try to sneak by when poor Jeeves.
Make a stealth check. Everyone, stealth check. Alright, so mostly high rolls. As you are sneaking past, you look back over your back, Tyke, and the two worm-like creatures are kind of following him, and you watch as this massive, spider materializes out of thin air. It just clamps down and takes off Jeeves' head.
He doesn't need it. He keeps swinging his sword. Trying to
His
kill
body
one.
crumbles.
No. You'll unlive on in the future, Jeeves.
Alright, so you're back to the intersection. Where you went back to the main hall, up ahead it split into a Y shape. You went towards the eastern branch of it. There's another branch that continues north.
I'll head north.
Go on up that way.
I'm gonna try to stay to the rear of the group and just keep a lookout for more materializing spiders
So-
or whatever else.
As you follow that eastern or that northern branch of the tunnel, it's dark and quiet. That same effect that you noticed before, like where there was no echo, no dripping, it seems to continue on these caves to the north. And then you follow through this for a good hour or so, pushing forward until the cave splits in 3 directions. There's a western path, a northern path, and an eastern path.
Can I check if there's any signs that like something living went one of the directions, like a Derro?
Make a survival check.
I'll help him with that.
You do notice some footprints that have a bit of mud. They're like half smudged footprints. It must have been from the mud earlier. Move towards the west.
Do they look about like Derro sized?
They do.
Okay, I'll point them out to the group and say I think this is our path.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
All right. Just changing maps to show anything a moment.
I miss Chiefs.
So as you begin to move down that path, you can smell the smell of brimstone and foul chemicals. You can see there's bouncing torchlight or campfire, like firelights on the walls. And you could hear this kind of chimmering chanting. Up there, there's a cage, and you see a large 2-headed dog inside of it, and it's just constantly barking. Not really at you, it looks like more like it's barking at the people that are chanting. That they're kind of out of sight as you round the corner, but you know that they're close by.
Y'all want me to go check it out?
Oh, or do we just all sneak around and just try to do an ambush quick?
I could make everyone pretty sneaky if we wanted to.
I can become invisible. I could try to sneak across to the other side, get some positioning.
I mean, if you guys want, if you do want to go out and get a look first, or if you want everyone to go at once, I mean, if you guys think you can do it on your own and just wait for us, give us a sign.
I mean, I'll go ahead and look, or you can turn invisible. It's up to y'all. Don't know what you want me to do. I'm sneaky.
What if I turn invisible and you sneak, and then no one's alone? and we can, try to get to the other side, and then you can signal everyone, and we do the ambush then after we've looked.
Sure. I'll try to sneak up around the corner.
Okay. I'll cast invisibility.
How high are the ceilings?
This tunnel ceilings are maybe 20-ish feet high.
Ugh, can't sneak up. Okay, never mind then. Oh wait, lying wait.
Yeah, I'll try to sneak up to like here or something, or wherever I can see them at.
So, and I would say you could staying along the walls with your camouflage effect, but if you move away from the wall, there's nothing obscuring you.
Oh no, I'm sticking to the wall for that bonus.
All right, so go ahead and make a stealth check.
And do I make one too with advantage?
If you're turning invisible, yes.
Okay, so I've turned invisible, so I will.
As we're waiting, I'll continue to have a debate with Sadim about the ethics of necromancy.
Oh, you're gonna argue with him there at the tunnel?
I am glad I had advantage. So I think my lower roll was a 1.
Yeah. So the dog continues to bark, and as you cling to the walls there, Boglet, you make out a Derro chanting. He has this feathered staff and one of those big hats that you recognize from the Temple of the Hall of Sacred Skulls that the Savants wear. There are 4 other Derros kind of chanting with him, and overlooking it all is this 2-headed giant who's looking down on them with this look of amazement in his eyes as the Derro kind of call Demogorgon. Demogorgon.
They also say Demogorgon?
Yes, because they learned about it at Sloop and Doop.
Oh, well, go back to the party and say, yep, they're demon worshippers.
Yeah,
Trying to do something.
Let's not let that happen again.
Right, I'm gonna come over here and get in position. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and sneak around the corner to a point where I can see the majority of them.
And while they're doing that, Harris is gonna kind of creep over to this corner.
Make a new stealth roll.
Still with advantage because I'm invisible, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Oh my gosh. Thank God for advantage. A 1 and then a 2.
I'll look over to Boglet and I will, in my mind, or in his mind, I'll tell him, what do you think I should do? Should I try and trap all of them? Should I light them up to make them easier to hit? Or should I make the ground super spiky and hard for them to walk on? Hold up 1, 2, or 3.
I'll point to your neck, and then I'll make like an explosion, like boom, with my hands.
Oh, that's good too. Okay. I take a bead of fireball and
Okay,
ready it.
just so you know, that is the last speed, because I used one of them last week when you were here.
You're killing people though.
Aw, man.
The party kept saying Tyke should throw a fireball, so I was just going with the party.
Chuggy
Sorry,
did kill
we're
people.
trigger happy with fire.
Oh, well, still.
Like instantly killed 3 when we were surrounded by giant dwarves.
Yeah, well, I'll use it. This is as good place as ever.
You're moving up, Tyke. Make a stealth roll.
And can I also have it with
Yes,
the advantage?
because you're up against the wall. So, as you guys kind of begin to whisper, Paris, you see that giant with the two heads, kind of, and he looks down at the little one and grabs his shoulder, and starts pointing and.
To be fair, we never whispered.
You guys didn't just have a conversation, or did
I
totally imagine the?
technically I was speaking his mind and he was just miming to me, but
But I mean, throughout the time you guys have been in here, you guys have been moving around talking. I mean,
yeah,
just
no,
being
it's
invisible doesn't mean that they can't see you.
All right, yeah, let's blow this joint.
yeah. Imagine it's we don't have a surprise round because they noticed us.
Damn you, two heads. Too noticeable.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative.
Aww.
Jesus, and that 20 is a 17.
All right. Going to jump there as he looks around, not really seeing anyone at the moment. He is going to release the hound. So as soon as he releases the hound was able to detect Paris. And is going to rush over to where you are, Paris, still barking and growling. And is going to make an attack. It's still at disadvantage because it can't see you, but it's still able to make it. I forgot to roll that one at disadvantage, so let me roll it again. So it takes 2 steps, and you're able to avoid the 2 of them. Kiri, you're up.
As a bonus action to summon my Echo Guy appear by this fire. And move up this Derro. Attack him.
As he turns to look at you, he tries to put up his hands to block it, but you stab into him twice. The first one was actually enough to kill him, so if you could get to someone else, you could make another attack at someone else.
I can see. I can move the echo over to that one. No, attack this. No, I didn't need to roll again. But yeah, attack this. That's it.
And also hits, and
Do you
that
get
wasn't
unlimited
enough to
echo?
drop that one, because they all have their own individual hit points, but it badly wounds him. I didn't catch what you were saying also, Bob.
I was just asking, do you get infinite echoes, or is that like tied to anything?
I think it's
That's
just a
infinite.
bonus action.
Oh, cool.
It actually doesn't even go away. So like it doesn't have a duration or anything. So you can just have it always.
But can you do it? Like, is it your con modifier for the number of times in a short
No.
rest you can do it? Or yeah.
It's just whenever. It's just a bonus action to make one.
It's like a permanent free Misty Step, kinda.
It's actually a bonus action to switch places with it, so you can't do both on your turn. But like
Yeah,
if you
you
have
could
one
just-
already,
Have one out and be teleporting around as you walk.
yeah, pretty much.
All right, Boglet.
I'm going to steady aim the one that the echo just attacked. No, actually, I'll steady aim the dog.
Nice.
.26 damage.
What's okay?
Oh, interesting. I was just looking at it. Apparently, you can make an opportunity attack from the echo. Like, the echo doesn't make the opportunity attack, but you can make it from the echo space. Which is interesting.
And I'll stay where I'm at, so that's my turn.
So you catch the dog from behind. It doesn't even realize you're there. The arrow sinks in deep and kind of makes one of the heads almost limp. Being where the dog is, this one is going to be like, there's someone out there, and fire towards Paris kind of haphazardly with a crossbow. It hits the wall beside you. Great. I need Siobhan, Sadim, and Tyke to all roll a dexterity saving throw as the savant comes down. He slams the staff, says, Demogorgon, smite, and throws out a wave of lightning.
Actually rolled it for us.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I can be lazy.
I I'm gonna use a hero point to try and add to my saving throw. That hurts.
When do monks get evasion?
7th level.
Wait.
Hey, just enough.
It's a good damage roll, so instead of taking 33, you guys all take 16 points of lightning damage.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see the damage. Ow.
This one jumps down and as he does, he has a little hooked spear, and he tries to like hook the back of your leg, Hiri. Misses. Siobhan.
That hurt. I see that one of the Derro has gotten in the way from me getting to that savant. I'll just advance to him. I will also use my spear to hook at his legs.
All right. Yeah, hit. That sends him, like, as you hook into his leg, it sends him to the ground, blood squirting everywhere. The spear in your head says, yes, more, finish him.
Yeah, I will attempt to finish him.
Nice.
That's a low roll, though.
He only had 1 hit point left anyway.
Wow. Hell yeah.
And if you have any other actions, you could use them. I think you still
Yeah.
have your bonus action attack.
Yeah, I will. Now that he's out of my way, I will friggin' punch the guy who lightning dust twice with a flurry of blows.
Punch the little Derro twice, he bleeds from the nose. As it runs down into his beard, he kind of sticks out his tongue and licks the blood. It goes,
It's kind of gross, dude.
You're a dampier, you drink blood too.
Wow.
So, seeing Hiri there, the Etten hits him. Does that make him go away, Hiri?
No, he has like 1 hit point, so.
Oh no! Killed the Etten.
He destroyed the echo so hard he destroyed himself.
The Etten used self-destruct.
Went after Siobhan, so I guess he was at 8.
Yeah, I had him at 8.
don't know if people are like consistently shooting off fireworks like every 25 minutes, but there's something.
Yeah, that's happening here too. It's a big I'm sure it's going on in New York too. It's here in Chicago. It's like
Yeah.
the Puerto Rican stuff. It's used his battle axe on Hiri, and Siobhan, as you look up, the giant says, "No, no, hit him." It comes down with its morning star.
Fuck.
Does 15 points of damage. It kind of cracks the side of your head, causing it to bleed. Move and shoot an arrow at Siobhan.
Could have deflected missiles and be cool, but not. Sad.
All right, Paris, you're finally up.
Okay, I'm invisible, so I don't provoke opportunity attacks. That's my understanding. So I'm gonna move around down to here. And then I'm going to start attacking one of the Derro with a arrow.
All right, your first shot would be an advantage.
And that means I get double advantage.
Oh yeah, your elven accuracy. Nice, get a crit on.
And I'll do my...
He's dead.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's that one. And then I'll fire my second shot at this other Derro there. So, and I'll add my D4. Oh, okay, never mind.
He falls to the ground.
Okay, and that's my action and my move. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do a bonus action, so I'll just stand put. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize.
No, it's
I
not
hit
you.
mute.
I wasn't sure if I got disconnected again. My Foundry froze up. I wasn't sure if my internet went out again. My bad. Whoever's next can go ahead and go. I'll be loading back in. It'll just take a second.
Yeah, it's my turn. I have a question. Does the Etten count as one creature or two?
It's still one creature.
So if I were to blind it, it would blind both heads, yes?
Yes.
But just a quick reminder, it has advantage on saves against being blinded.
Well, I'm just as a hypothetical. Not really much I have here to do. Fuck it, I've never done this, so I'll do it. Just because I can, and that guy shot lightning at me, so screw him. I'm gonna cast Infestation on him. I got bugs in my brain, so I'll give it to him.
Is that a con save?
Yes, and he will also move randomly in a direction.
Roll a d12.
Oh, I think it's a. Yeah, it says in the thing it's a D4.
Oh, okay, then roll the d4.
So he moves west 5 feet.
You can't. That's
Well,
what Siobhan is. It
he's
says
got
if the roll
bugs.
is blocked, the target doesn't move. So Siobhan's blocking it.
He's got bugs on him. And as a bonus action, fuck it, I'll
What if he
cast.
runs into my fist?
As a bonus action, I'll go ahead and cast Healing Spirit. I'll cast it right on Siobhan.
Train coming, Siobhan.
I can't
Choo choo.
place it down.
No, not again.
There you go. Hey, 6 HP.
Beam. Did Edible fall asleep? Oh, there he is.
No. It's not that boring. I'm a fire in my laser. Oof, bad rolls.
Damn it.
Even worse. 8 damage. Woo! A whopping 8.
You hit him with, you open
That's
up and roar, and then the weapon hits him, and you see like the little scorch mark on his nipple, and he just kind of giggles.
Oh, that's not good.
Dog will move over to protect the savant. As he does,
Is it standing in a fire?
Like 90%
it's immune
sure
to
it's a hell
fire
dog.
anyway.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
It is going to open its mouth and unleash a flame of magma.
Do I narrowly avoid this?
You do narrowly avoid it, Sean. You are just out of it, but the two Dragonborn are not. They need to make dexterity saving throws.
Hell yeah. My cheek catch on fire.
So, Sadim, you take 6 points of fire damage and avoid most of the magma, but Hiri, you take 12. And as the magma hits, you watch as it begins to cool and turn hard like rock, hardening in place. You're restrained until you use an action to break free, so.
It's bonus action. Somewhere another echo over here behind those guys. Attack the solid.
Oh, my healing spear.
Yeah, that'll hit for 7.
Super.
He's pretty hurt. As the echo begins to stab into him, he looks back and he says, "That's cheating. There's 2 of you."
And I'll use my Unleash Incarnation to make another attack.
That last attack, the echo brings the spear into his stomach and then slices him in half as you pull it up through his mouth and head. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. So
Boglet.
How's that puppy dog looking? He's looking pretty rough, right?
Yeah, you critted him early in the fight and did a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'll just try to finish him off. I'll steady aim.
What happened, Siobhan? You ran into the wall. That'll hit.
I don't know.
Some 20 damage to the puppy.
All right.
The keyboard's going crazy.
The dog's still up.
No, with the sneak attack, that's just enough. As you fire into it, it whimpers, and just lays down on the ground, and as you watch as it begins to slowly bleed out.
Then I will move. I'll just stay where I'm at. I think I moved myself accidentally. Yeah, I'm right there. That's my turn.
All right, Siobhan. It looks as like most of the stuff in here has been taken care of. However, there's a giant that just whacked you with the Morning Star. Doesn't look very hurt except for his smoking nipple. That hit was strong.
It did really hurt. When does Healing Spirit works on Tick's turn, right?
When you start or end your turn in it, I thought.
Yeah, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
So
Heal again?
I think the heal probably would have happened now, technically.
Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't say when the.
Yeah,
appears.
because you wouldn't have started or ended your turn when he did it before, so that was when it would have happened.
Cool. I'm in trouble. I will.
Hey, but if you stay there, it'll keep bringing you back up.
You could see if that healing spirit could out heal the damage that the admin can do it.
Okay. I will attack it once and with the spear.
You stab into its
Spear
flubby
hates-
belly and it goes woohoo.
Spear hates me on damage. I will use Vampiric Bite to.
Do you have mobile or something, or does he make an opportunity?
No. No, I don't move out. Oh, I think he's moving out of nowhere. I don't know what's doing it. I will use Vampiric Bite at advantage because I'm less than half HP. Shoot.
You grab you grab hold of the top of its knee and sink your teeth in. Oh, stop! So that's
I get 10 HP back, and I'll just give him fear blows.
Okay.
Should I step out the window? It's fine. I'll brace myself. I will punch him twice.
Both of those hit.
Ooh.
It's got two targets here. One of them just bit him. So he is going to
No, I
come down.
didn't.
Go ahead.
I gave you a nibble.
Says, no biting. And he tries to bop you on the nose with the Morning Star.
More like my whole face, but okay. Oh, it misses.
Misses, and he says, no. Stop. Missed twice.
Living on a prayer.
Alright, Paris. You see the giant swinging down at Siobhan.
I'm gonna move back over here, and then I'm gonna mark him as my favored foe, and then I'm going to, as a bonus action, and then as an action, I'm going to do my attack. So then I get to add my favored foe damage. And then my psychic damage. So that's 8. And then I will attack him again. Okay. And I think I get my... I don't get my psychic again, but I think I get my favored foe. Oh no, just the first time I hit it. So it's just the 11, the second hit.
He turns one of the heads towards you. Bad elf. No shoot.
Stop hitting my friends!
I can't. She keeps moving. They keep moving. Tyke, you're up.
I'll shoot him with a chilly touch.
Very chilly looking.
Ooh, spooky hand. And then bonus action. I'll heal Sadim with the healing word. Oops, I don't know if I think I technically healed the end because I had him targeted still,
Thank
but
you. Gives you a thumbs up.
that's 6 points is for Sadim. Oh, well, technically that wouldn't actually heal him because I just hit him with a chill touch, so. And that will be my turn. Actually, question. Did the Etten look like it's got like long arms, like it's got a wide berth to it?
It's big. Yes.
Okay, then I will stay where I am.
Alright, Sadim.
All right. I'm gonna try to slash it. All right, and I'm gonna pump in a divine smite. That's an extra 2d8.
Alright. The initial sword blow doesn't quite send him to the floor. He stumbles back a bit, picks up his axe and charges towards you, and then as the blast of the smite goes off, his face is filled with terror and he falls to the ground. Ouchie.
That'll end my turn.
If we check the Derro bodies, none of them are Droki, are they?
None of them are Droki.
Droki. Yeah.
We out of combat
However,
now?
this seems like one of their main hideouts. This room has got some different things in it.
Bond, you can heal 11 more hit points before the spirit disappears.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to looting.
All right, so
Loot scrawlings of mad people. It's just gonna be like gibberish, probably. But something for us to turn in to the lady.
So this entire area has fungus throughout it, and up by where they were standing, you could see all these spiraled circles carved into the ground. They give off a slight glow. Inside the ritual circle, there is what looks like a small figure. It sort of looks like a crouching, gray-skinned humanoid, much like the giant that you met. And on the statue, you could see that the statue looks to be carved out of one stone, and then there's like a second stone glued on where the neck would be, like a second head. And carved into it are those same kind of circular figures.
I'd like to try and copy them down on my own scribbling journal of nonsense, the best to my ability.
I say we smash this circle.
So you can see that Narek, the savant, has several baubles around his neck, but one of them has a bronze key. And after some digging in there, up by the desk, there is a small bronze chest under the desk.
Hey guys, who am I? Let me Google. Let me Google.
I don't think it's a good idea to keep chanting that.
I think we should like mark out that circle, Sadim.
Oh, I can do it. I'll mold earth and I'll just fucking
I'm surprised they
take a
didn't
chunk
need
out of
like
it.
a body to sacrifice or something.
I don't think they were. I think they might have been doing some voodoo with this,
Well,
maybe.
with this stone statue, I think it's a ritual to give something or someone a second head. Make
Like
them more
the-
like this Demogorgon you keep talking of.
Like the giant we saw in
Like
the
the
city.
giant we just... Yes, and like
It's a
this one we
two-headed
just
giant, a two-headed dog. They have a thing with two heads.
Guess I'll crack open
Well,
this
it's true.
chest.
That creature that came out of the ocean did have two heads.
Yes,
Biggie
it
of
was
all of
very
the
scary.
small, spindly little Derro that we just killed, which one of them looks the most ripe for turning into a zombie?
fully ripe.
Okay.
So,
You can't do the Etten, can you?
No, it has to be a
yeah, medium creature.
medium or small.
Or the dog?
Or just take one
It has to
bone
be humanoid.
and it'll be a
Oh
float.
shoot.
So, inside the chest, you find what looks like a small bottle with a smelly, like very oily, thick lotion inside of it.
What?
There are several scrawled letters that you see that are addressed to this person named Narek, which you would guess was the name of the savant. These letters are from various members of the Council of Savants, Plinsky, Alinka, Uskavil, Zabriska, and it actually details their plans to steal the red dragon egg, as well as mutate the giants of the Caringorm clan.
Does it tell us where? Oh, sorry.
It speaks of giving the prince's gift.
This would be a second
And
head.
it mentions an obelisk where they intend to gift this red dragon the prince's gift.
Any directions to said obelisk?
There's not.
Gift the do they mean does it make it clear if they're talking about the dragon and the egg versus the existing dragon?
It doesn't.
Didn't the crazy savant?
But none of them seem strong enough to get close enough to try to do any voodoo on Thunder Chad.
Double-headed Thunder Chad. That's the real Chad move.
Didn't the crazy savant the first time we spoke to said the obelisk was like directly above
double
the
the
temple?
ego.
I don't believe he mentioned a location for the event. I mean, I'm not sure how many of you have it on your spell list, but you could always ask these people where it is.
Yeah, you'd think. But
Oh, you can make skeletons, but you can't talk with dead? What a shame.
it's not my other spell that I
What
get.
kind of fake necromancer are you?
I get gaseous form instead of speak to dead. So, figure that one. But
Wait,
as
since your
that's going on-
skeletons have like mushrooms on them, can't you just cast talk with plants and they'll technically talk to you because they have
no, because then I just talk to the mushrooms on the body. I wouldn't be talking to the body.
Yeah, but hive mind or some shit.
But
Oh.
speaking of which, I will just open one of the corpse's mouth and I'll drop in a little mushroom in it, and then again, quite horrifically, his body just starts sprouting. Yeah, very Last of Us, zombie style, just starts
So
sprouting.
you should see, I put a skeleton in the folder with your characters for you and gave you permission to have it. So
Yeah,
you should have it.
Is there also a zombie that I could have? Because I can technically choose between the two. If it's a pile of bones, it's a skeleton, but the other one can be a zombie. If it's a
So
fresh
much
corpse.
work.
Can you just make a zombie and make him talk? So we can actually gather information,
I mean, technically, I don't actually know if
Great.
zombies. They can understand all languages that spoke in life, but can't speak, says the skeleton. I imagine the zombie's going to be quite similar.
It says the exact
Well,
same,
they have
yeah.
Oh, zombies have flesh though.
Yeah, but these zombies, I mean, they're not the creatures.
Yeah, they're mushrooms walking around in a suit of flesh. So, just there's only so much they could do.
But they're fresh and ripe. Shouldn't they be able to tell? Ripe
Don't look at
zombie.
me. Why am I the only one? Okay, that makes sense. I am the one messing around with dead bodies. But someone else could have had the ability to talk to dead. Not me. Not I.
Well, I
Have you ever
guess.
tried asking your zombie to talk to you? Maybe.
Turn to the freshly
ever
raised
talked to
zombie,
it.
and I go, well, "What's up?"
Is
What's
this
the-
cave a dead end? There's no.
Make a perception check.
Whew, I'm rolling good tonight.
The only place that you see where this cave just 1 second, I wanted to double check some roll.
Ah, I thought that was an enemy that just came in.
No, he's my friend.
He's just your zombie.
I take the hat off of the savant and I put it on him and try and cover his face. Just
Oh,
to
you didn't
see.
do the savant? Or is the savant too high a challenge rating or something?
No, I could have done the savant. I just did the one that was closest.
It
to
would
me.
have still been a regular zombie. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
Okay, so where you came in here through, you know that you could go back out there and continue around this like winding tunnel that goes on for farther than you could tell. And almost right behind you, Paris, you notice a small, maybe 1 foot by like 6 or 8 inches hole in the ground that seems to go on into a very tight tunnel. And you notice broken glass around it.
Shrinking potions again. Hey, no one has a shrinking spell, do we? Can we shrink the zombie and send him in?
I think Tick could turn into something and go in.
I could.
Yeah.
Around
little-
the hole there, Tick, there are a bunch of mushrooms. And these mushrooms you've seen are not ones that you're really familiar with. You've never seen them in Blingding Stone. They must be something common only in this area.
I try and take some of them and scrape them off.
Sure. Some of them are little and like have a blue tip at the top, and other ones are very fat and plump with yellow polka dots kind of on the top and like a pink cap.
I dare you to eat one, Tick.
Sure. Pop one in my mouth.
Which one?
The blue one.
It's gonna be Alice in Wonderland.
So, as you do, you guys watch as Tick, who was already very small, just begins to like get smaller and smaller and smaller. And by the end, he's maybe 6 inches tall. Like the little guy at the bar.
I
And
figured
then
out what the
little guy at
mushrooms
bar
do.
got splat in my hand. What?
Yeah, all you guys can hear is wee, wee, wee.
I'll grab a wood mushroom and say, "We going in?"
I guess.
So before this happens, I need you guys, one of you to roll 2d6 and one to roll a d8.
I'll roll a d8.
I'll roll the 2d6.
Those were pretty good rolls. You have 10 of the mushrooms that make you turn smaller, which are called pygmy mushrooms. And then there are 8 of the ones that make you turn back to well, actually they enlarge you, but from the small size it just takes you back to normal. And those are called pygmy mushrooms.
Love it.
And they do not hold for a very long time. After like 24 hours, they lose their potency. So basically, you can't just farm a shitload of these to be able to turn big and small forever. But
Well, at least we can get small, get through this, and then get big again when we need to. I don't think we should waste a mushroom on the zombie, though.
What?
yes,
I don't think
we're
a
gonna
zombie
get
can
every
ingest
time he
it.
summons a creature, we're gonna get rid of it within like 5 minutes. So he just keeps wasting 3rd level slots.
But
You have inspiration, Paris.
I wanted to do this for so long.
We got more small mushrooms than big ones. I said we take the zombie.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know. Will it even affect undead?
I mean,
Well, if it doesn't affect undead, aren't we in trouble anyway? Technically.
I mean, I've never seen anything that says undead can't take potions, and
Yeah.
Don't they have to swallow though? Is this
it's a zombie.
yeah, I mean, they
Um.
eat brains. I guess they could eat plants.
that's a myth.
He's a vegetarian
They
zombie.
eat brains.
Oh, also,
All right, down the rabbit hole we go. Sorry.
I was just gonna. Oh, I don't know if I thought Jake says. Is this where we're gonna end the session?
I think it
or-
would be probably a good place to, considering the
Yeah.
time.
Before we, I was gonna because I feel like kind of forgot about it. What is that? Is that a Warhammer? Or is that anything special?
It is a +1 Warhammer, and it might have other stuff, but you would have to identify it to.
Mm.
What was this mummified animal paw?
It's a trinket.
Oh, it was
Yeah, the
like a
monkey's
charm
paw.
of good luck. It lets you add a D10 to one roll.
Who wants what?
However, if you still fail the roll, it'll subtract a D10 from a roll later on at random, whatever I want.
AKA when it's most inconvenient for you.
I mean, I feel like since we don't know the effects, Tick would be just like, weird thing, I want it.
There was one other thing, but none of you seemed all that interested in it, so I won't even mention it.
What was the other thing?
The jar of lotion.
Oh, I got that. I mean, I assumed
Oh,
it was
okay.
a potion.
Yeah, I wrote it down. Yeah.
It's not a potion, but
Some thick ass saliva in a bottle.
no, it's called Keomutton's ointment.
Oh,
Oh, that's what I use all the time in the other game. It's just like.
And I guess before we leave, we could take an hour-long rest here to identify stuff.
Sure.
It's a good place as any.
Before you do, go ahead and roll a d6. Somebody.
God damn it, Chucky.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Nice.
We all get attacked
Go,
by
go,
dragons.
go ahead and don't do that short rest yet. We'll be starting off with probably something
Hell
going
yeah.
on in this room next week.
Wow.
Yeah, I get to use a zombie.
What is...
I'm gonna smite the zombie, dude.
I'll smite you. I'll turn you into a zombie. Ultimate shame for a paladin.
So I'm gonna end the stream here. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
had fun. See
And
y'all next
I'm probably not going to be here next week. If all of a sudden I can, I'll